Hello racing fans and welcome to our Gallop TV Preview Show for Friday the 26th of July. As always on a Friday we race in KwaZulu-Natal. We at Fairview, we're on the turf track. I trust you, the valued racing fan, as well, and we're looking forward to hopefully starting off the weekend, which is a bumper weekend when it comes to South African horse racing, with a bang with our analyst and our expert down in KwaZulu-Natal, who is none other than Grant Paddock, because on Sunday it is the Hong Kong Whirlpool Gold Cup race meeting. It's a Whirlpool race meeting, lots of carryovers, tremendous, fabulous, huge, massive pools to play into, and we want to build a kitty from Friday. Grant Paddock is going to help us, and he's just telling me, we have been having a chat off air, that this show is recorded on Thursday morning, but you've had some rain overnight, Wednesday night, Grant?
Yeah, morning D's, morning punters. Yeah, we had 10 mils last night on the course. I did chat to the guys that side, and it all seems very good. So in for a good day's racing tomorrow. The weather's cleared up. It's actually a beautiful day out. So we're going to be in for a good day's racing. A big meeting for the locals here, the Champion Juveniles Cup. All the top 2-year-olds are out to play. So hopefully it can stay in PE.
Well, let's hope it turns out to be good for us punters as well, because we need it, Grant. We need it going into Sunday. Race number 1, we're going to get straight into it, is over 1,200 meters. It's a juvenile plate for fillies. The time to jot down there is 12:25. That is when we'll kick things off at Fairview. And we'll bring up the field here for race number 1. It is the start of the bipod, Grant. And in race number 1, just a guide as always. Number 1, 7-1. 2 at 14-10, 3 at 22-10, 4 at 7-1, and 8 at 8-1. Anything that we can get flying out the blocks with, or you're going to be a bit conservative in the first?
Yeah, I don't like this race at all. These very, very weak 2-year-old form of the local horses. Fantasy Girl, definitely the right one, but she's had a lot of opportunities against this kind of quality and can't get it done. It's running third, so she's moderate at best. We got a visitor from the Justin Snaith yard in Daphne's Daughter. She ran 5 lengths off them in Cape Town in open maiden against older horses, and that normally is going to be far too strong for them here in PE. Obviously the Cape Town horses, we have to take into consideration that they haven't really had the work that they've needed to. I think it's been a bit better on Justin's side where he is. I saw he did have a winner and a second yesterday in the 3 races that they'd had raced. So Daphne's Daughter should be strong enough for this field. The bipod, I've backed her up with the 3 Fantasy Girl, and the improvers could be the 1 and the 5, but weak race where I'm going to go for the Cape Town horse, Daphne's Daughter.
You heard it from Grant. Justin Snaith is in town. He's got a trainer's title that he wants to win, and he's spreading his wings over the final days of the season. 2 to beat 3 there, and that will start off the bipod. The place accumulator, Grant, begins at 1 p.m. sharp. Race number 2. It's an open maiden, 4 fillies and mares, the distance of 1,600 meters. And this is the way they're betting. Number 3 at 5-2. It's Fori and Griaf. Then we mentioned Snaith is in town. Well, he's got Future Star here. That's trading at 2-1. Number 6 at 6-1. 7 at 5-1. And then it's double figures, the balance. Place accumulator, how many horses do we need, Grant?
2 horses here, D's, the 3 and the 5. Once again, Future Star, she's a 3-year-old filly. She's getting weight from a 2-year-old filly. They stepped her up to 1,400 at Kenilworth last time out, and she ran a decent third. First Wish, she's bred Jugpot filly, ready to go this kind of a trip. She's got to be a big runner. Those 2 will get you through the place accumulator, no doubt, D's. I'm tipping at 5 from 3, 6, and then 7.
5, 3, 6, and 7. So Grant is expecting a form result here in order of preference. 5, 3, 6, 7, 5, and 3 for the PA. Let's move along to race number 3 now, which is the start of the big one, the Pick 6. It's over 1,600 meters. It's a merit-rated 70 handicap. We're on the turf, and the big one begins sharply. Jot this time down. It could be a Pick 6 worth catching. 13:35, 25-2. The field and the betting, Grant. Number 1, Pedro at 6-1. 2, Catch Your Breath at 4-1. Then we go on to horse number 3 at 6-1, 5 at 8-1, 6 is a 5-1 shot. So is number 7, Ticking Bomb, at 5-1, and it is double figures the balance. I don't know what your thoughts on the race with regards to the form lines, but I like a 5-1 shot here, Grant, and I'm hoping that you can give us a bit of confidence in To the Hilt, number 6. What's your thoughts there?
Yeah, he's my first choice. Geez, they put the blinkers on. His work has been phenomenal with the blinkers. I must say he's improved probably 5 lengths with them. So, yeah, he's going to be a very big runner. He was beaten by Catch Your Breath last time out. She's got a 5-point penalty for that. When I spoke to Alan this morning, he actually gives her a good chance as well. She came from way off the pace last time out. Didn't really travel, but finished extremely well. But 60.5 kilos is not going to be easy. The 4 horse here, Pedro's got to be a big runner. And then Destiny's Angel doesn't know how to run a bad race, especially over track and trip. But I do think To the Hilt will win it, and I'm tipping 6, 1, 2, and 3. My big 6 will be 1, 2, 3, 6.
Well, that is a great minimizing the spend there in race number 3. Just 4 runners in a field of 12 that go to post 6, 1, 2, and 3 in order of preference for Grant Paddock, and hopefully those 4 runners good enough for leg 1 of that pick 6. Race number 4 is over 1,100 meters. It's a Pinnacle Stakes. I'll read out the best mated column after we do the betting. Number 1, 3 Rocks, 2-1. Horse number 2, Miss Greenlight, is at 3-1. Then we got number 3, Gimme Lassie, at 4-1. 7 is at 7-2, and it's double figures the balance. Yeah, this best weighted column does paint a picture here, Grant, with number 1, 3 Rocks at a 104. Then it's tight between numbers 3, 2, and 4 at 98 and 97, and then number 5 at a 94. Weighted to win or not, number 1, 3 Rocks, Grant?
Now I'm taking her on. There's an 8 kg, 8 length swing in favour of Miss Greenlight when they last met. I know Alan's yard was going through a bad spell there with the viruses, but 8 lengths is still 8 lengths. Miss Greenlight is in solid form, and she's done absolutely nothing wrong. This is her last run before she's off to stud, and at level weights with her, I think she'll beat her again. She's actually my best bet, and I've banked her in everything. Wider players can add the 1 and the 3. The winner will come from there, but I'm very strong on Miss Greenlight, and I'll make her my best bet on the day.
Can you hear that, racing fans? 3-1 at the time of recording, and usually after this show, when Grant Paddock tips them like the way he does, 3-1 looks very generous, and that's not going to last. So 2 Miss Greenlight at the time of recording, 3-1, as a confident choice for Grant Paddock to beat number 1, 3 Rocks. Those 2, if you are looking for cover, there is only the 1 to cover with the 2 in the pick 6, race number 4. Well, Grant Paddock, that is what we like. Race number 5, 1,200 meters, merit rated 86 handicap. Number 1, Gimme's Laddie, is at 18-10. 2, Narcos at 7-1. Number 4, Forest Spy, is at 9-2. 5, Siberian Steel at 3-1. 6 at 7-1. And then it's double figures the balance. Grant, we've gone short, and you've really minimized the spend with your numbers. I don't know if that trend continues in race number 5, or this race you're looking for a result.
No, not really. I've gone 4 horses in the pick 6. A tricky kind of a race. I've gone for a horse here that's a decent price. Well, he was a very decent price. I see there's been money for him. This horse, number 2, Narcos, is he's running against way stronger than this. He's changed yards now from Montana Turner to Kelly Mitchley. They're very, very happy with him now. He's really putting up some very, very good work. I think he's a massive runner. Siberian Steel is a big danger. And then the 2 Gavin Smith horses that are holding form, Gimme's Laddie and Forest Spy, they definitely got to go in as well. So those 4 horses are going to take us through the pick 6, the 1, the 2, the 4, and 5, and I'm tipping it 2-5-1-4.
2-5-1-4. We're on the mark there, Grant. I love it. 8 runners. You've put in 4 runners. That's excellent. So we're going 2, 5, 1, and 4 in race number 5. On to the 6th race. It's the last pick 3 on the card. A merit rated 74 handicap. And as I always say, it could be a wonderful way to end off your day, because those pick 3s do pay well. 1,200 meters is the distance, race number 6. Betting as we bring up the field, Grant, we'll begin with number 2 at 7-2. Horse number 3, Mas Vigilante, is at 11-2. Then we go on to 8, Explosive Speed at 5-1. And number 13, Talarang's Runner, the 2-year-old, is at 8-1. And that is it, Grant. Yep, that is it. The rest are in double figures. So we've managed to minimize the spend, but we've got 18 runners that will be dashing to the line here over this 1,200-meter trip. It doesn't look easy.
It doesn't, if you want to look at the bigger picture. I'm very much in the camp of Son of Zeus, number 4. I think he's completely the wrong price. He's having his third run after a blood suspension. His last run was exceptional, over 1,400. He went to the front in a solid headwind, and they only collared him late. His best trip is up the straight over 1,200 meters. He's drawn on the right side of the course, and I think he'll take a power of beating. I must be very honest with you. A horse, Explosive Speed, very good first run in the province on the poly, can only improve. I'm not sure. I'm not too keen on that 14 draw, I must be honest with you. Number 15, Anushka's World. Stable said he's improved quite a bit. First time going to 1,200 meters, so we'll see where he is, but he's got to go in as well. And then obviously Mas Vigilante, who I definitely think is a better poly horse than he is a grass horse, and I think he could have been a bit bigger in the price, especially from the 15 draw. I think 7-2 favourites is a bit on the sharp side. I've gone 4 horses in the pick 6 here, being 3, 4, 8 and 15, but I'm really strong on the 4 here to win the race, Steve.
Well, you heard it from Grant. I think he's the wrong price. It's generous. Number 4, Son of Zeus, at 11-2. Grant is strong. Now, these are fines, because if this has to fall into place in an 18-horse field, it really helps minimize the spend here. And he likes number 4, Son of Zeus. If you're not convinced for the win, well, listen to Grant and use it as your roving banker in all your bets here in race number 6. The one horse that I'll just tell you, the valued racing fan, to possibly keep an eye on is this horse, Aravidicio. It looks to be on the sharp side for him, but he's long overdue for that win, and he'll be debuting in Gqeberha. One to keep an eye on once they go over a bit further. But we appreciate Grant Paddock's comments there for number 4, Son of Zeus, at 11-2. Grant, you did mention that the main event, the top liner on the day, comes up in race number 7. It's the Champion Juvenile Cup, a listed race over 1,400 meters. And this is the field and the betting. Well, the field paints a story and the betting paints a story. So we got 11 runners go to post, Grant, and it's just 3 horses that are in the betting. I'll give them to you. Number 4, 7-2. 5 is at 15-10. And then number 8, My Best Shot, is at 6-1. Well, Grant, that we know it could be a smart move from Justin, en route from KZN back to the Western Cape. Let's make a stop with our horse that did us proud during the KZN champion season. I say did us proud because, those were good runs in some classy company, Grant, here in KZN for Makazole.
Yeah, 100%. He's run against some top horses in season in Durban. So, it is a long trip down. I believe he got here on Monday. So he has been here a couple of days. He's got the form to win it, but so too has Mauritius Kestrel, the 6. He ran a very good third in the Langeman. It's grade 3 last time out, and with Louis up, he's going to be a massive runner for Brett. I know Brett had a winner yesterday, so he's got to have them fairly fit. He's not going to bring a horse like this here if it's not ready to run a big race. Of the local horses, King Dundee going to 1,400 meters. He does tend to relax and run on, so he shouldn't have a problem with it. My Best Shot, here's my value bet on the day. He opened up, I think, at World Sports Betting at 10 or 11-1, which was crazy. I see he's into probably the right kind of price at 6-1. A lot of value with Richard Furiap. This horse trotted up his last run. And then the maiden winner, number 10, Sakurajima, won extremely well, beating Walt Whitman, who came out and won by about 4 or 5. He's a horse that can be anything. He ran second to Legend of Arthur. So he's got the ability as well to roll with these kind of horses. 5 horses in the pick 60s, 4, 5, 6, 8 and 10. I'm hoping PE can keep the crown, but it's going to be difficult.
4, 5, 6, 8 and 10. I'm just reading in between the lines, Grant, the way you're speaking about this race. With Makazole, is the traveling and racing in a different province, and is that your concern? It sounds like it is.
Yeah, 100%. D's is definitely, it's got to be a concern. It's a monster trip that from Durban, and he arrived Monday. It gives him 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Not going to be easy, but he's got the class to do it. There's no doubt. Mauritius Kestrel, he just comes up a 10-hour trip from Cape Town, probably slightly easier for him. That Cape Town form is always, to me, is slightly stronger. So it's going to be hard to beat those two. I'm hoping a PE horse can win it, but it's going to be very difficult to beat those two horses.
Okay, again, the betting 4-7 to 2, 5-15 to 10, 6-7 to 2, and 8-6 to 1. And Grant Paddock is taking on this 15 to 10 shot. And he mentioned his concerns. It's the traveling. Race number 8, 1600 meters, merit rated 86 handicap. And how we are going to end things off, because Grant's been a big help trying to minimize the spend. And let's see if the trend continues. Number 5 at 28 to 10, Grant. Horse number 8 at 4 to 1. Number 10 at 12 to 1. And number 13 at 12 to 1. I've taken down these betting of these horses at 12 to 1. You can hear Grant, because I like a bit of these outsiders. And I even like number 3, Fateful Day, that's trading at around 10 to 1. Obviously, it's clear to see there is a line of form here. I don't know if it can be reversed. That line of form behind Kingdom of Heaven. They all finished on top of each other, and the entire field looked like they were running on that day. I don't know if that form line is going to stand up here, or you like another form line.
Yeah, that was a polyform line. I think this is going to be a little bit different. Very tricky race, D's. I've gone a bit wide here. I've got a Rudy Lasudi for you here, I must be honest. Number 6, Dubai Hills. Charles Ndlovu for Alan Creef, having his third run here. He had 2 sprint ups and is now into the trip. Spoke to Al this morning, and he was confident from a big run from Dubai Hills. So 12.5 to 1, lovely price, lovely roving banker. Another horse that has been back in trip. They've been trying over a lot further and sending him to the front. Vast voted 1600 meters. Much better for him. He's definitely a runner, the 7. And then obviously the Cape Town horse with some solid form. Over further, I must add, 1800 runs have been very, very good. He can be absolutely anything. Then you have the likes of Kingdom of Heaven. Hopefully that kid can hold him up long enough. He's a very strong horse and he needs a solid pace. But I think that will be on. And then the 2 Tara Lang horses right at the bottom. Wrong prices as well. 12.5 to 1 and 16 to 1. Timbavati River and Gunsmoke. They definitely additions to the pick 6. So very interesting race, D's. You're going to have to go wide here. I'll give you my numbers for the pick 6. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 and 14.
2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. There's 2, 4, 6. Yo, Grant Paddock's on the mark today. On the mark. 7 runners, half the field. Beautiful. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14. He's given you some horses that are trading in double figures that he sounds quietly confident about. Play around these 7 horses for that last quartet, and I think you could be in the pound seats. Grant, your suggested bet is on screen, and it is the bipot.
Thank you very much, D's. Best bet on the day, race 4, number 2, Miss Greenlight. The value bet, race 7, number 8, My Best Shot. And the bipod goes as follows. We open up with 2 and 3, by 3, 5 and 6, by 1, 2, 6, by banker 2, by 1 and 2, by 4, 8 and 15 for 108 Rand.
Okay, before we let you go, Grant Paddock, for your followers out there, the guys that listen into the show, they value your opinion, they follow you on a weekly basis. We got the massive race day coming up on Sunday, Grant, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I'd just like I'm not going to say your thoughts, but rather your selection for the Whirlpool Hong Kong Gold Cup on Sunday, and if you can, the Hong Kong Champions Cup as well. Those 2 races, Grant Paddock selection.
D's Champions Cup, Flag Man, Gold Cup, Future Pearl.
Okay, you got it. Grant Paddock's going for the favorite, like most of us in the Gold Cup after that tremendous run in the Hollywoodbets Durban July, and of course the extra distance, as he did win this race last year, is the horse, and then he likes the 3-year-old Flagman. Grant Paddock, as always, thank you for your valuable time.
Thank you very much, Dees, and good luck to the punters tomorrow. Goodbye.
Okay, Grant Paddock, we say goodbye to him from the team at Gallop TV. Grant Paddock, myself, Dees Dinan, to you the valued racing fan. have a blast, find all the winners, and hopefully it turns out to be a very successful Friday for you. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani kahle.